I wonder why it gets so laggy on this screen. I have no idea why. Like, it's so bad.
Home.
What's up? I've discovered a new glitch. I don't even know if it's a true glitch or if it's just a programming oversight. To do with characters that have a lot of stuff in their backpack.
Welcome to Firestone. I am CL4PTP. You may call me by my locally designated name.
Because I was testing it earlier, and new characters.
Not a lot you and WoW.
Not a lot of characters have that problem when they're new, but when you get up to a certain point, it just, that specific one screen starts to lag. And I hope it doesn't get any worse than that. Because the actual game runs fine. It's just that one screen, which is so bizarre. Beyond bizarre. But again, I don't know if that's because I have like a character that's full of stuff, because it...
Wow, Borderlands, haven't seen you play this in forever.
Didn't you come to my speedrun stream though? I guess the pre-sequel doesn't count as Borderlands, but yeah. What does the pre-sequel count as? Halo? Or Titanfall? Without Titans?
Probably not.
Oh no, the last stream you came to was a World of Tanks stream, I remember. We had that long conversation. When I was trying to get reach.
Excellent! Now that your DNA is registered, you have the best in horrific death and income insurance. Should an unfortunate fatal incident occur, your new you will appear at the nearest station. Now we can head into the peaceful town of Firestone.
You're gonna need a new you after I'm done with you.
Let's go.
Do you have the Xbox One version of this? I heard that there was an overheating glitch. Oh, I got the penetrating double kill with an explosive bullet. I don't know how that works.
You really don't.
You're right, Claptrap. It can do damage. Sorry. I just hit my mic.
Quick, this way.
We got ourselves a hero here.
I'd probably advise staying away from the Xbox One version of this at the moment. Specifically if you have an Xbox One X.
Excellent. I knew you were the right choice, friend. Now go. I'll contact you again soon.
Because there's a glitch with fire particle effects in specific areas of the game on the Xbox One X that makes it overheat for whatever reason.
Attention, citizen of Firestone. There is no
I
cause
wouldn't
for
know,
alarm.
because
This new visitor
obviously
has
I'm not
resolved the
playing on an
problem.
Xbox right now, but it's just from what I read.
Bandits won't leave us alone. Had to lock the place up tight. I'll let you in. Come on.
What's your opinion on the Hyperion Spy SMG in BL1?
Give it a go from the switch out there, would you?
Never really used it a whole lot, mostly because stingers are so good.
You will notice that a new icon has appeared on your heads-up display.
It's one of the guns I have on me right now.
The waypoint will tell you. Active in your mission log.
With Brick, you basically get to be any class's specialty at once. Most people never consider that when playing Brick, because all they think about are class mods and not the actual skills the characters have.
Anarchy Stinger.
You can't get an Anarchy Stinger, I don't think, because Anarchy takes the place of the parts that would be a Stinger, if I remember correctly. You can get a Steel Anarchy and a desert. I had a Desert Anarchy before. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Oh yeah, that's right, I can't
Now we're
access
done
the
with all
shops
that.
yet.
Please follow me, and I'll open the gate for you.
I'm saying Anarchy is better than the Stinger.
For close range, yes.
LOL.
Unless you can hit all 4 of the bullets on the thing that you're fighting, though, it isn't super worth it. Oh my god, I always forget you gotta stand next to old baby Claptrap and hold his hands. Come on, buddy. Nice.
My son.
Brick has rapid reload, and it actually works now. It didn't used to work in the Xbox 360 and PS3 versions, but now it actually reduces your recoil. It doesn't increase your recoil from having it, which is what it used to do. And it made Brick's aiming always like jump up really far whenever you had this skill. But they fixed it, and it has turned him into one of the best characters just in that one fix alone. I mean, just look at that. The gun basically doesn't have recoil because of that skill.
Oh, the poor little robot.
If you're actually good at aiming, you can
Kindly give him a hand.
do so much long distance damage with one of these. This one doesn't have a scope, so it's a little bit more annoying to use,
That little
but
robot is hurt. He isn't going to last
still very
long
good.
without attention. Why don't you look around for something?
they're one of my go-to weapons when they have a fire rate of 15 or higher, because the way that Borderlands fire rate breakpoints work is that if it's a 17, it's going to fire the same as a 15. Because the fire rate breakpoints are based on frame rate, and the old frame rate cap made it so that firing a bullet every frame was the maximum possible fire rate.
To be okay. Now is the time to get moving.
Because the game
before you
could
start.
not calculate bullets faster than that. It was impossible. And you can notice these breakpoints pretty significantly. With skills like Roland's Metal Storm, where you can have a gun that's a burst fire that shoots at like a 15, and then you get the skill Metal Storm, and the Metal Storm will only increase the fire rate a noticeable amount once it brings it up to 30. If it doesn't bring it up to 30, 29 is the same as having 15, just because of the way that fire rate's calculated in these games. Of course, this is running at 60 FPS, so the max fire rate can actually go higher, but for anything lower than 30 or anything in that range still applies under that same physic. So, oh yeah, right. Stop talking. That's this same thing also applies in the other Borderlands games. It's also the easiest to see in a Jacob's gun in Borderlands 2. Because their fire rates are based on, quote-unquote, how fast you can pull the trigger, but that's not actually true. It's actually limited by the game's frame rate cap based on the gun's fire rate. So having higher fire rate on a Jacobs actually does make you be able to shoot the gun faster. Take it from someone who used a Jacobs gun for all the pre-sequel spamming it. You get that 30 to 40% fire rate breakpoint, and you can get up to that 15 fire rate mark. So you can see the difference in the 15 breakpoint just in these two weapons alone. Then you go down here and you're below 10.
Hey Dustin.
Because Brick has no innate fire rate boost. See, this is exactly 15. This wouldn't get any more fire rate from being used unless you had a skill that doubled your fire rate. Effectively. Also, what's up, Matthew? Oh yeah, right. I always forget. I don't know why they make you purchase a friggin' shield. My dumbass.
Thanks for the help. You can call me everyone else need.
People don't yet trust you. If you're going to ever find the vault, you'll need the aid of the people. Helping Dr. Zed with his nine-toes problem is a good move.
Brick can be any character you want him to be. You want to play Roland? Play Roland. No matter what gun you use, you'll always deal a lot of damage. And I also understand these guys are so underleveled, it's not even funny. Also, if you didn't know, they buffed sniper rifles all around. All sniper rifles are more accurate with faster bullets, so their bullet velocity is much higher. It's actually hard to get used to at first, because if you've ever played the original, like, the old console Borderlands, you'd know how slow and inaccurate sniper bullets used to be. And how you could literally have your crosshair over a guy's head and pull the trigger probably 5 to 6 times in a row and not hit a single shot or hit him in the body, even though you were clearly aiming at the head. But now they're actually so much better. Even on guns like this, which would be shit accuracy by old game standards. Oh my god. See, now it's up to the player to actually be good. That guy's moving at such a weird angle, it's not even funny. There we go. Twofer.
One more step and it'll be your last. You should have seen the look on your face. Hey, why don't you come over here and chat a while? It's always nice for a fellow to have company out here.
Wow. You really gotta have melee skills on Brick in order to deal melee damage. But also, Brick's gun damage is ridiculous. This is what I call the gun damage build. I do have the explosive damage increase, though. This, however, has no effect on my other weapons. I use this combined with this. But this, mostly. That is really good. Deceptively good. Not deceptively good, because most people don't look at it that way. But if you look at it in the way that you look at a mercenary class mod for a siren, then you should look at that skill in the same way. It's 40% damage on your average siren class mod. I think you can go up to 60. But you kill that first enemy, and then every enemy after it is just easier to kill. approximately 50%. I don't really want to get rid of anything. I'll get rid of that. They changed shops and shit so much as well. Good shot there. It's just the same way that it's like, everyone always is like, oh, Metal Storm is so good. Brick has Metal Storm, except for he has the recoil reduction built into a different skill. Because everyone's like, oh, you gotta use like a rocket launcher with this skill, and it's like, no. It's all weapons. You get the effect of Metal Storm while regenerating rockets. Who doesn't want that? Pardon me while I run around with this game's equivalent of a Norfleet. It's not actually. The other one that I had, not the Revolution. Or is it called the Revolution? It shoots it costs 4 ammo per shot and does a ridiculous amount of damage.
LOL.
Get the finger. It's only a mere finger in this game. Little did that gun know it would grow into the biggest fist of them all. That's how hands work, right? I eat the numbers. I taste the mathematical analysis of your death.
I hope you've toughened up enough.
Cool guys, don't look at explosions. Blow stuff up and then walk away. Did I really just do that? And yes, I did just shoot a rocket at my feet, but that is the power of brick. I do need to regenerate a little bit here, though. Hold on. Hold on a second. I get 50% damage reduction after I kill something. To everything, including self-damage.
You woke the wrong dog. Ah, yeah.
I want to slap those nuts. Really slapping your troubles away. Goodbye, bud. Sayonara. Cupcake.
That's my stuff.
Oh! That was a legendary. It just looked like a normal, regular sniper to me, so I just instinctively auto-picked it up. That is significantly worse. It's also a light orange, not a dark orange.
That was the first step on your journey. You must listen. Who I am is not important. The first thing
Goodbye.
you must know, the vault is real. People will mislead you. They will try to use you. You cannot be swayed in your purpose. The vault is here, and we will find it. This world is full of dangers. Steel yourself and go. I'll be watching.
I don't know why I'm staying here to fight them. Kill the low-level enemies, you bully. Poor PETA. No, not Family Guy. Am I really gonna do the PETA Family Guy joke? One of their lowest brow jokes this turn of the century. Making a joke about PETA is a joke because PETA in and of itself is a joke.
You're not a skag, are you?
Well, you already did it.
Roasted.
nine toes.
We should give you a drink to celebrate sometime. Might want to check out the bounty board, see if anyone else has a job for you. I think we're done here.
Yeah, but the "am I gonna really do this" is only funny when you say it after it.
Are you the one killing all the crap people ask? To catch a ride near Firestone is more busted than my mama's girl parts. Real appreciate you taking a poke at that. Sister, not my mom. That damn scared dad, know what I'm saying?
LOL true.
In Borderlands 2, this building, you can't even go inside of it. Bad mother douchebag. Goodbye, bud. I forgot how harmless those guys are in this game. Just in the way that they attack you.
Did you know that by aiming your crosshairs at an enemy, your HUD can display your target's level, health, and shield strength? The higher level an enemy, the more dangerous they will be. If you see a skull, you better get out of there fast. Alright, sure got you right now.
You wouldn't believe this if I told you, Claptrap, but I've already done all of this once before.
She'll put out the second you ask her, and be sure to hit the boost to know whoever wants to catch a ride with the scooter man.
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone bounty board.
I could have swore you used to be able to just jump over this. So why is it so low res, dude? Why is it so ugly? Why's it gotta be so ugly? Oh, there we go. Snap back to reality. Oop, there goes gravity. Oop, there goes vocabulary. Oh.
Hell, did you just leap over piss wash goalie of one of my runners? Man, dude, tell me when you're gonna do that crap. That was awesome. Shoot 'em all. You should be. All right, why don't you come on back? I got something
Man,
for you.
textures really don't want to load today now, do they?
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone bounty board.
I keep the medical equipment working, more or less.
What the hell is wrong with the game? It's not like I've had the game open for a long time.
Sledge has something we need. You are going to get it from him. Sledge is a bad man who has done terrible things to the people of Firestone. Do what you must.
Didn't seem to do much. I still see the textures glitching out. What's weird is it's only certain types of textures as well. Like the ground and the rocks and stuff don't have it happen. It's the buildings and environmental objects that have it happen. So you can see right here, it's like all fucked up. See, it's only certain things. It's so bizarre, dude. I get it, Claptrap. I get it, dude. I wish I could just kill this thing. You woke the wrong dog. Think you're a rocket launcher guy, bud? How's this rocket launcher taste? Taste my meat. How can you survive being carpet bombed like that? I can't even hit him. Sorry, I'm pretty tired, so I'm stretching a little bit. I could only aim.
You should be able to get into the mine now. There's nothing between you and Sledge, and we're one step closer to the vault. I believe in you.
Oh my god, El, it's not... I swear to you, I was pressing the jump button. I swear. I swear on your mother's great baked pastries that I pressed that dang old dang button of the dang variety. 'Cause dang that dang old button. Ooh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
Hey, dude.
Hey, did you see that message I sent earlier?
No, I look.
I'll die.
Yes, I get that a lot.
Yeah, it's like not on the main menu. It's like once you click to play and then it loads up the character, like the claptrap gets super laggy and the control on the screen becomes almost unresponsive to an extent. Like the buttons, it'll still go up and down the menus, but it like you press the button and you can watch it take like a half a second to a full second to respond. And I've noticed that it only gets worse the fuller your inventory is.
Exactly.
And if you swap to and like go to create a new character, it'll go right back to being smooth until you get to a certain point in the game. It's very bizarre. Wait, why am I going back this way again? What am I doing? Also, have you tried playing multiplayer yet? It works, but it's really laggy. Even when both the people have good connections. Get you rolling. Also, my Firestone, ever since the update, has just been loading in like dog shit. I don't know why. Like, this area just does not load in right anymore. Or if it does, it takes like forever for it to load the textures. Before, it wasn't affecting rocks and stuff like that, but now it is. It's very bizarre.
Everything you've faced up until now has been simple. You're about to face a real challenge in Sledge. Do not underestimate him.
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone bounty board.
In certain areas, the textures are fine.
It's those lads got a thing or two about firepower. Needs a real doctor. When you got nanomachines in there, scary things.
Like here, everything's loading fine. Firestone, however, looks worse and worse every single time I go back. Like, shit just does not load in properly in that zone. Really? Excuse me. Whoops. Take me out. Take me out. This is not a dance. Your flinch is so bad.
LOL. Changed name Salty.
What do you mean?
Remember Lolita. New.
Was it from a long time ago?
Kill myself. Lolit.
You hate to see that happen, Cotton. Why are these so low textures? The textures in this remaster sometimes are more ugly. There's like 50 of those that have came by my channel.
This one is a brute.
BL21.
Shield you will need to whittle down before you can hurt him. Don't let him touch you.
No, Sledge isn't going to be rendered in properly either. Nope. Low resolution Sledge. that all you're gonna do, bud? I wonder if the item pickup glitch exists in this game. Yep.
I bet you would like to know what that is. The vault is real. What you are holding is the key that opens it. One part of it, anyway.
See, that's what those piles of sacks are supposed to look like.
This is Commandant Steele of the Atlas Corporation, Crimson Lance B Company, 3rd Starborn Brigade. I have just been informed that you have arrived on Pandora in search of the vault, and within minutes have started killing the locals and causing a disturbance. This planet is under the authority of the Atlas Corporation, and any Iridian artifacts found here are Atlas property. Possession of such property carries a stiff penalty. I invite you to turn yourself in at once to the nearest Lance outpost and surrender any information or artifacts in your possession. Consider this your one and only warning.
Hang on my weapons.
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board. Did you know Shep Sanderson, the air at Badlands, has another job for you?
I'll drink to that. Busted up 9 toes and beat the hell out of Sledge? You're making a name for yourself in these parts. I already put in the Pierce to give you clearance all through to the Doll Headland. You ought to be able to reach New Haven now.
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
Shut up! Claptrap! Shut your clap!
So, you think the vault is real, eh? Everyone is talking about it. This is the biggest thing that's happened here in a long time. Think of the visitors we will have. If you find it, what's inside could be worth a fortune. But only if you get the right partner to help you sell it. So, partners?
Anyone can be Claptrap.
You know, Luck is an old buddy of mine, and by old buddy, I mean asshole that ruined my mom's girl parts. Sounds like he's in trouble, so you go on ahead and try and keep him alive long enough so I can kill him at a later occasion.
Any element work against them? No.
I finally fixed it.
What was wrong with it?
I took 2 hours to get to the heat sink, but I definitely need go change thermal paste if I get some.
It hasn't been 2 hours, dude.
Well, more like an hour and a half.
I'm surprised you actually did it, considering you don't have the right screwdrivers and stuff.
Yeah, it's crazy. I had to use a regular flathead and just forced it until it unscrewed.
Did you take it fully apart? Like, did you separate the heatsink from the motherboard? Or did you just clean the heatsink?
No, why didn't he take it out the motherboard?
Good, because you don't want to do that until you have paste. Once you separate the heatsink and the motherboard, you don't want to put it back together with bad old paste, because that first seal is the most important part. Because it'll be old and crusty when you go to open it back up, which is still fine for heat transfer. That's why I said most of the time it's the heatsink being clogged that causes a lot of people's problems. Dang it.
Might sell my PS4 for a slim or something soon.
Oh, you nutburger. You hornswoggler. Oh, hello. Man, why am I having such a hard time with the graphics in this game today? I don't remember it being this bad last time I played.
Even before I opened BL2 it was already blowing a lot of air and stuff.
Has it subsided? Or at least calmed down a little bit?
It completely calmed down on some games when I first started it back up. I ran Paladin silent.
Well, it's like I said, the main part that you should, if it's getting hot on the dashboard, well, not hot, but
And Fortnite was okay.
if the fan is really pushing it on the dashboard even, then it's normally a heating related issue with either too much dust and heat sink, or like I said, old thermal paste will do it too, but it takes like really old thermal paste before the PS4 wouldn't be able to cool it down. It's just the heat sink loses its effectiveness both over time from being dirty and from thermal paste going bad. Personally, like you're about to do, I'd just get a USB, back up everything from the PS4 that you want that isn't a game, just like all your settings and your saves and stuff like that. Back it up onto a USB stick to have as a backup, and then sell your current PS4 after reinitializing it so that people can't get your information or anything. Or you can do there's a new option which just restores the thing to the default settings if you don't want to reinitialize it. Which it'll basically treat the console as if it's the first time you've turned it on. Sort of thing. It's made so that you can sell your PS4s without having to go through the initialization process, because that shit can take forever. Sorry, I'm going out for a smoke real quick. Fortnite's always going to make your fan crazy because of the settings that it has. On the menus, uncapped frame rate and other things like that will make it real steamy. It'd be the same thing if you had DMC5. DMC5 was the first game I played on my console where I could audibly hear my console over my earbuds. But I expected that. It's running at 60 FPS, but has the graphics of, like, a PC game from a couple years ago. What's funny is in DMC5, it's always the cutscenes in the starting menu. The main menu, cutscenes, and the, the customization menu, that also does it. It's sort of like the blacksmith in Neo. That does the same exact shit. Makes the PS4 fan spin up because of uncapped menus. Of course, now I'm not so worried about my console being hot because I know it's freshly cleaned and it has fresh thermal paste in it. My console gets hotter to the touch than it used to, but that is because the heatsink is working better than it used to. The fan is used a lot less on most games. Like when I play Borderlands, my fan is spinning at basically the same speed it does on the dashboard. But when I play like Monster Hunter or DMC5, it turns it into a frickin' hairdryer. But that's how I know that my console is still okay, because games like that are made to make the console push harder. It's also what allows me to tell that Monster Hunter does have a frame rate problem, and every single person who has told me that, oh, their Monster Hunter is fine on their PS4 Pro and runs at a smooth 60, it's like, nah, dude. I've seen gameplay of other people's PS4 Pros. It's the same exact shit as me. You can think it looks like smooth 60, but I can tell frame rate very, very easily. Especially because there are things in Monster Hunter which have a graphical effect which make the frame rate increase for whatever reason. Like Lunastra. She runs to you and does a specific attack. She makes the game frame rate speed up for a second. But in DMC5 and in this game, the frame rate's perfectly fine. Well, there is hitching in this game, I should say, but when the frame rate is working well, it is a smooth 60. It's not like 45 or 50. The only significant problems I keep encountering with this are textures not loading in properly on the Pro. Occasionally. Again, I've had streams where both the textures load in perfectly fine for like 4 hours of gameplay, and then I've had other times like this where I've booted up the game for like less than an hour and I run into texture issues. It's just a complete and utter crapshoot.
This game looks like it could run 100 or 90 if it wanted capped at 60 maybe.
Yeah, but a lot of people's TVs don't even support that unless you have like a 144 Hertz gaming monitor. I mean, higher frame rate still does increase the smoothness of the actual game itself, but you wouldn't visually see an increase in frame rate, is what I'm saying. That's like back on my old computer, when I would play TF2, I'd set it to the DirectX 8 mode to get more graphic power, and then I'd turn matte Fong to 0 to turn off the Fong shading. And I'd do a couple other things, and I'd be able to make, on my really shitty computer, I could make Team Fortress 2 run at like 160 frames a second. My monitor couldn't display higher than 60, but you could feel the difference in how smooth it would be.
LOL.
Fong shading is something most of the Source Engine games have on them. It's a type of shading that gives everything in Team Fortress 2 and Half-Life a shiny look to it. Like that unrealistically shiny, glowy look. If you turn Fong shading off, it makes things look more matte colored. If you wondered what that even did in the game. It turned off, it's basically how, like in Borderlands on PC, you can turn off cell shading. You can turn off the main portion of what makes Borderlands graphics look unique. You can actually look up what that looks like if you want to. Borderlands without cell shading. Because it's just a filter in the engine that's applied to the graphics that aren't cell shaded by default. If you know what I mean. It's like they have textures that are set into place that look a specific way, and then there's a thing that goes over the textures, which is a shading, which is what gives it the black outline look. But you can disable that and make it look like a normal video game.
On not only.
Oh, you could run TF2 on your computer. It just takes a lot of fucking with the settings.
Get your meds here.
My computer had like a 1.8 gigahertz CPU and like a NVIDIA GeForce 6500 Family Edition or whatever the hell. It was terrible. Absolute crapshoot. But if you know what you're doing with engines and stuff like that, and you look up a lot of stuff, Source Engine allows you to change a lot of settings just by putting in commands into the developer console.
Family Edition LOL.
Well, it was called something like that. I can't remember. It was like some really weird name for a graphics card, and it was a really shitty graphics card. It was what was in my e-machine at the time. Oh yeah, that's right, I can't fast travel yet. I still have that computer, it just doesn't work because the power supply is fried. I don't know why I still have that computer, it'd be so vastly out of date, it's not even funny. Is that an attack? Wow, these things are tanky. You take 3,000 damage a bullet like it's nothing. No, you bastard. You absolute...
Did you beat the game on this character yet?
Yeah, this is playthrough 2. I did all the DLCs and everything, because DLCs in this game give you skill points. Yes. Skill points to put into your skill tree. Quests can actually give you a skill point as a reward. Just like how you get SDUs from fixing claptraps to increase your backpack space.
Is that light being jammed?
This would be TVHM. This game's UVHM is what's called playthrough 2.5. There's no way to reset your playthrough as well, so...
Lol.
I wonder why my game's having such a hard time rendering stuff recently.
Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at Lucky's bounty board.
That's something I haven't seen a whole lot of on other people's streams. Just on mine, for whatever reason. I'm kind of curious if it would happen on my lower level character. This needed a lot more testing.
Missions that like destroy my stuff? Seriously, I think he's putting bad guys and runners just so you can get on to blowing them up.
You should become a video game tester, Dustin.
Yeah, but developers don't get enough time to fix a lot of this problem. And so you get these games which never get the proper fixing that they needed through just having less crunch time and more just trying to fix stuff time. Really, me? Really? Like a mouse. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. Go kill Skagzilla again for the hell of it.
Like a booze crash. Do laser. Do laser. Laser me, bro. You don't want to do it because you know I'll punish you for it. Friggin' nerd. Should I put on the invader for this? Fine, Brick. We'll do it your way.
My beautiful car. Oh, this thing went low texture again. Not the textures. This is like partially due to the way that Borderlands engine renders graphics, because it does everything through a, I guess you'd say, a graphic stream. See, they pop in after like 15 to 20 seconds because the stream just doesn't flow well, I guess you'd say. Anyways, it results in these new textures that are really high definition, taking a long time to load in certain situations. I think my Cobra's better. For this situation, anyways. Yes. It is. Indubitably. Hello? I just saw a gun. Okay. Prepare for everything over here to not render in properly.
If he took more than one shot, you weren't using a Jacobs.
They changed the inventory for this version as well, which is something I don't like. Let's see how long it takes. It's like it doesn't know that I'm here yet. Some of that stuff just loaded in. Whoops. Wait, what? Oh. I just happened to press a button just as it loaded in.
Okay, this bad Mel guy, I know him. He's the one that's been stealing all my runners and putting them in the hands of these jagoffs. Hey, you say hello from Scooter. And by that I mean you just go murder the crap out of him, alright?
Call me crazy, but I think my accident just then actually, like... Hold on. I gotta test my crazy theory. Or if it just was a coincidence. No, it wasn't a coincidence. Or, it was a coincidence. Sorry. I don't know what things mean. It de-renders the textures just fine. But it doesn't render them in fast enough. I kind of want to see if the new versions of the pre-sequel and stuff like that have the issue. I haven't checked that out yet. Because the graphics should not be loading in this slow. It's like the thing, like I said, isn't keeping up with the coordinates of the player or some shit. Is it because I have... It can't be. No. So bizarre, dude.
claptraps everywhere will rejoice. Please wait while I enable access to New Haven. Yes.
I'm transmitting to inform you that I've made a decision I think you won't like. As Administrator of New Haven, I am responsible for the well-being of its citizens. And in that capacity, I must keep the road to Sanctuary closed for now. Baron Flint's tribe and that infernal contraption of theirs are out on the Salt Flats, and I don't want citizens getting killed trying to get past them.
Something? See you soon.
I am talking. The lady with scars where her face should be believes that you and I are looking for the same thing. You should come to me now so I can see the artifact you have recovered.
I am the best robot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I am the best robot. Yeah. Here we go.
I wasn't planning on playing very long anyways, because I'm super tired, so... Wait, did everything load properly here? Let's peruse around for a little bit. I just wanted to see if this character had the same problem.
Get out of here.
Did you know Chef Sanderson here at Badlands has another job for you? Greetings, traveler. New missions are available at the Firestone Bounty Board.
Yep. Same stuff is happening here. Look at these ugly platforms. Don't even aim, just shoot at the ground. Kill people with this gun. Yeah, graphics definitely still fucked. I'll be back tomorrow. Hopefully it decides to work better. Peace out.